it's been a game changer. So bringing in a C-suite team, I always say, has been rocket fuel for the firm. And it's not to say that lawyers aren't capable or competent in these areas. They are. But if you look at the traditional structure of most law firms, you have practicing lawyers that are also running the firm. And when you're a practicing lawyer, you have deadlines you have to meet, you have client obligations, you have demands, you have trials, you have deals you have to close. And it makes it very difficult to prioritize the business of law. So in my time on our management committee, which is the firm's leadership team, I started when we didn't have this structure. And you had great, smart, talented people that would come into a room and we'd have the best ideas, but we'd come back a week later and we'd say, all right, what did we get done? It's like, well, I had a trial I had to get to. Sorry, I couldn't do it. Or I had a big deadline I had to work on. And so you see most firms still operate under the structure where there are delays in action. Now we have our management committee meetings with the same talented people, but we bring in members of our C-suite team too. So we have policy discussions with the lawyers, the people who are really close to our people, but then we go execute as a C-suite team. And you come back the next week and it's not only did we do the 5 things that were discussed at that management committee meeting, we did 5 more. And that, I think, has really been an accelerant and helped the firm succeed and get ahead of the competition. I think a comfort with technology helps anyone in any industry right now, and certainly that's true in law. I think as you're looking to what's ahead, it's largely going to be driven by tech. And it's funny because if you go back 100 years, the legal model of law firms was largely unchanged. You have lawyers who come together and they bill by the hour. And that continued to happen decade after decade after decade. And now that's not true anymore. And even if you wanted to continue doing that, I don't think you can, because there are all sorts of new competitors in the marketplace, many of which aren't law firms. We're not just competing against other law firms now. We are competing against technology companies that are delivering legal services. You can think of an obvious example like a LegalZoom, but there are hundreds of others right now. And you have clients that are taking that tech and doing what law firms did on their own. So we're being challenged right now as to whether or not we can provide greater value. I think we can. I think we can do things that tech platforms alone can't do, but we need to make sure we're making good on that promise to our clients.